And we are back to more Pokemon Platinum, and and our team has significantly increased. Everyone's level 22, and we have a new member, Keeper. Don't worry, I got Keeper in this city, so it doesn't count. So it still counts as a new location. So for this city, we can put Keeper down as Keeper the Togepi as the Pokemon caught here. It is a sassy nature, so it has, I think it's a higher attack. I don't know, I'd have to look into it. But it knows Hustle, which boosts the attack stat but lowers accuracy. And it knows Metronome, which all Togepis learn Metronome, but it's not that useful. But anyway, without further ado, I want to head south here. Because last episode I realized that it had absolutely nothing. One sec, there's this 8 here. Oh, you look puzzled. I'm Professor Rowan's assistant. No longer see becoming a professor. Let me ask you how many Pokemon you've been. Oh my, you've been 128? Bravo. Here's something for you. An EXP share. Yes, we need that so bad. Alright. We will be able to help out Keeper so much more now. If I give it this EXP share. Oh, I don't want to trash that, no. No way. Always keep your XP shares. Like, probably one of the most helpful things in the entire game. And for the next Pokemon we are going to send out will be Willy. Because, as you can tell, Willy has now evolved into a Grottle. And I said how I was going to be, like, delaying his evolution to get on camera. But that was when I said he was level 18. And now he's level 22. So I wasn't going to go through like 9 levels of the Turtwig, so I just decided to put him as Grottle. And there's a bunch of traders here, which I don't feel like fighting unless I have to, so. Ding ding, watch out. Yep, I watched out just fine. You're the one that jumped in front of my path. You know, you could have killed yourself. Ponyta, fire Willy's grass. Alright. Well, Squirts is coming out. Squirts is my man. Squirts was doing pretty good while I was off-screen grinding. He did just fine. It wasn't so bad. I don't think he died. No, no one died. How the hell do you die? Well, I guess there's maybe a few times where if you're grinding you can die, but I mean you don't really die while grinding, because like I have this tendency that if my Pokemon aren't fully healed and I'm just running around in the wild trying to level them up, every time they take even the slightest of damage, I gotta run to the Pokemon Center. It's just like this thing. I don't know. It's like a, I don't know. What would you call it? Instinct? Because I've just had so many times in the past where I'd be training Pokemon, and then I'd just have the urge to just go and look for another one and get the experience. And then all of a sudden I jump into battle and I have none. Or not, I don't have money. I have like no health. Like I'll have like 2 HP and I'm like, fuck, when did this happen? And I'll think, oh, last time. Yeah, that happens. Anyway, I'm all over the place now. I'm recording this very late in the day. It's sort of my fault. I wanted to do stuff today, and the day my house was on, like, well, I guess you could call it, it was laundry day, and I recorded in the basement right next to the laundry machine. So if I wanted to record, you would have heard like this in the background the whole time. And then there were people going up and down the stairs constantly and running around. Oh, it was just not worth recording. This was not great recording conditions. And they were still doing laundry when I went to my friend's house, and you know, it was awful. Not a good day to record. Till now. Keeper is gonna grow these levels like crazy. I have a feeling Keeper is gonna be a keeper. I was waiting to say that. But yeah, it's pretty late, and I wasn't able to record till I got home, which is around like 8:39ish. And this episode has to be processed and uploaded for tomorrow, which tomorrow is in 30 minutes. Yeah. I need to start like preparing these things in bulks. I'm probably not gonna do a bulk now. I'll probably do a bulk tomorrow, because tomorrow after I visit some people, I'm gonna be coming back home, and I'm not gonna be doing anything. It's already be like 5-ish, 6-ish, 7-ish. It's gonna be late when I get home, so I'm just gonna jump on something and maybe record for a few episodes before the week, just so I can get these episodes out of the way during the week. I have a feeling it's gonna be a busy week. It's the last week. I'm in speech. I'm in speech at school. If you don't know what it's a speech team, and there's like classes like extempt, impromptude, and whatnot. And I'm in extempt, and a big deal for extempt people is the final week before a tournament. The extempt is really hard. It is probably the most hardest class you can have in speech. It's politics, which is hard enough for a teen to understand, because they think money, money, money. They think all this crazy stuff, and then they have to start thinking about politics and whatnot, and who's winning the elections, who's doing this, who's doing that. And by the way, I don't really know I don't have a solid standpoint on who's winning the election, but since the most like 2 recent debates, presidential debates, Romney's been pulling strong. I just like talking about politics, but Romney's been doing a good job with those debates. Like, not the best I've ever seen, but he's getting somewhere with them. But anyway, I have to watch debates and whatnot, follow news and stuff, and it's not so bad. It could be worse. I could not. I'm only in extempt. There are some people I know that are in multiple ones, but I mean, extempt is also the one that I would want to do, the one that requires no preparation. Like, for most of these speeches, you have to write them up and remember them. But for extempt, you just get your topic and collect some information, write a story about it, or write like a 6-minute speech about it, and yeah, that's it. It's hard. It is very hard though for new people to just pick up and do. Tame the flag. Oh. Yeah, extempt is not one of the easiest things to do. If I could choose, I'd want to do more like impromptude. Impromptude and extempt are basically the same thing, but I know impromptude has like philosophy in it. Like, it's not just political questions, it's also philosophy. And extempt is 45-minute preparation, just politics. Impromptude is, oh, I don't have the randomizer on. Frick, this isn't gonna count. I forgot to turn on the randomizer. Alright, ignore that. That never happened. But what extempt is like I said, the 45 minutes, and impromptude is 4 minutes. But impromptude is more philosophy, extempt is more politics. And a shuppet. Ghost type. That is not a bad consideration. It evolves into Bayonet. It knows, I mean, it definitely knows Shadow Ball, but what Spite? I wonder what moves we can. I wonder what. Well, I know there's a Ghost Gym coming up. Ooh, the fuck. God damn it, Sally. Oh man, I forgot what I was gonna say. But anyway, it's not easy. I mean, like, you could say impromptu, oh my god, you get like 40 minutes less. That seems difficult. Sort of, but when it's philosophy, usually what you say, if you just can point together like your first, like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 topics, impromptu is very easy. So like, if you can just describe what you're trying to say, like, right off the bat, and then you can lean on it, it's pretty simple. I've never done impromptu, but what I've seen from it, yeah, it's basically it. They just get up there and they try their best. And extempt is like, this is the opposite, but it's more something makes sense and whatnot. And I've been just dragging on these conversations. I've just barely noticed that Willie is on yellow, yet he's still out there. What the hell am I doing? I need to get into the game. It's good thinking about my STEM shit. Oh wait, why was I even talking about it? Oh, that's right, because yeah, that's why. It's gonna be a busy week because the competition's coming up, and we need to prepare by collecting sources and practicing our speeches and whatnot. And it's just a lot of work for the first time in Extempt. And on top of that, I got other stuff. Like, we started proofs in geometry. Oh my god. I am horrible at algebra. I was just probably the worst in my entire class at algebra. I almost failed algebra. That's the problem. I'm so bad at algebra. But then when it comes to geometry, I got the highest grade in my class. I got like a 96, 95% in A in geometry. And we just started proofs. This is like the hardest thing I've ever done. I mean, I can handle it. It's no big deal. Tests are fine. I got like a 33 out of 37 on one of the tests that I expected to fail on. And then like everyone else in the class is doing poor on proofs. I'm like, am I just good at it's like, she told us at the beginning of the year, people that are good at algebra are usually bad at geometry, and people that are bad at algebra are usually good at geometry. Or did I just say that twice? I don't know. Anyway, if you just say one over the other, it's like, I guess I was just bad at algebra, good at geometry. Cause I am just wrecking this class. Like this class is really easy. I don't go to the best school, but you can go anywhere to get the education, really. It should just matter what you get on your report card and what not. If you pass the class and you're failing all these classes and shit, you're failing all these classes. But if you're doing good, you're doing good all these classes, and good, you're doing good in all these classes. That should be what it is. No school's really better than another school. It all depends on who you are as a person. Like, I've been to 2 schools in my high school career, and I can tell you one of them was supposedly supposed to be better by people's standards, but the second I get in there, I'm apparently getting C's and D's, and I go to this new school, I'm getting A's and B's, and nothing changed. I have not changed any of my learning strategies, no studying extra, nothing. Like, one I was able to sit in class and listen to, another one was I was able to sit in class and listen to. And apparently the crappier school that everyone was saying is crappier, well, you'll be surprised. The $10,000 Christian school that I went to was worse than the $150 public school. Like, that's just awful. I had worse of it. Now, don't get me wrong, people say Catholic schools are supposed to be harder, but if I didn't change anything, then wouldn't it be more logical to infer that the teachers are doing a better job at this one school than at another one? And what shocked me the most is when I went to this Catholic school, this public school that I went to, it was ahead of the class. Like, I get in there, and I'm like, I learned this, I was like, I learned like some of this last year, but then it was all like brand new stuff right off the bat. Oh, wait, I think I'm getting this wrong. Maybe I'm mixing this up. Shit, I think I'm mixing that up. Forget about that point, because I can't pull it through my straight head right now. But anyway, yeah, the Catholic school just screwed me over. And the classes it made me take, half of them weren't even required for college. Like, religious education? What the fuck? Who gives a shit about religious education? If I'm gonna be going to a college that's not religion based, that religion credit could have gone to something more important, like a health credit. I had to take health second half of freshman year, and some people were done with it. They were done with it freshman. They didn't have to take it because they were done. It's just, why do they assign us these stupid classes? And they would assign days to go to church, and it was just stupid. Why go to school to get an education and have and you be downgraded by other people in the area because your school requires different classes. And on top of that, I'm getting worse grades at this Catholic school, which I should be getting better grades, right? You think, oh, the school with that good reputation of having good staff and good students. Well, last time I checked, I got C's and D's at that school, and I got A's and B's at my public school. One cost me $10,000, one costed me $125,000. If I were to go to that Catholic school for 4 years, that's roughly $40,000. I could buy a car with that, like a brand new car. Yet, I'm stuck with this stupid education. It's just useless. And the classes they had there were stupid, and the school, just like every other Catholic school, is all about the sports and not about the students. This public school I go to, I don't even recognize the sports. I really don't. I mean, they mention the football games, but they don't put on the announcements every day. This sports team did this, like at the Catholic school. I mean, they do an announcement every Friday about what happened during the week, and it's not like... I actually caught the school lying once about one of their sports teams just because it made it look better. Like, they were like, oh, we came in the first in the district. No, you didn't. As I talked to one of the tennis people, they came in like third. You guys got destroyed. It's just... This world does not have a place for Catholic schools. Not just Catholic schools, private schools. I'm taking back anything. If I ever said Catholic schools, I'm sorry. Private schools. They are just ridiculous. I'm not going to pay $10,000 to go to a school where not only do you pay the taxes to supply to public schools, but we're talking like $9,000 to $9,500 cheaper. And this is probably one of the cheapest private schools I've ever been to, or I've ever seen. Like, some of them get way up there. Some of them get ridiculous. Case point, don't ever have someone say private schools are better because the school did a test and this and this and this. No. The private school is better depending on who you are. As a student, I did worse at the private school because I had no care for the religion classes. Fuck that religion class. That wasn't going to get me anywhere anyway. The school, it's just, the biggest point I want people to get out of me hating a Catholic school, or out of me hating a private school over me hating a public school, or me liking a public school, is that I did worse at the private school. That's not supposed to happen. With this good reputation, wouldn't you think I'd be able to do the same? Wouldn't you think I'd do, if your classes are just so good, if you claim they're so good, then I should just, it's just ridiculous. You claim I'm going to do good at your school, you're going to claim I'm going to get A's and B's because your staff is amazing. No, I did the exact same thing at your school that I did at the public school, and the public school just kicked your ass. And then you take your statistics and your mumbo jumbo, and then if you start losing the fight, like, oh, someone pulls up a statistics, and then you wave your sports around, like, oh, our school won conference. No one gives a crap about the sports in the real world. When you apply for a job at, let's say, Microsoft, they're not going to ask you were you on the football team. They're not going to care if you were on the football team. No one's going to care if you were on the football team. I don't care if you're on the football team. And I can tell you that in the real world, if you went up to like 95% of jobs, job, like, meetings, what do you call them? Job, crap. What do you call it when you're searching for a job? Fuck. Anyway, a job. Fuck, I just had the word. This is terrible. A job, not application, but a job. Anyway, so when you go to apply to a job, oh, well, there you go. When you go to apply to a job, they never ask you were you on the sports team at school. They don't. They look at your ACT score or they look at your grades in school. They don't care about your sports team. Unless you're applying for a specific job, like, I don't know, stage director or actor. They'll look to, like, see if you were on, like, I don't know, drama club or something. Or they'll be like, oh, you want to be an artist, you want to go to this college, well, let's see, have you done any, like, art training in school? Oh, yes, I have, I took an art class. Awesome. Or let's say you're becoming an architect, maybe they'll ask you if you took a CAD class. Then you can apply yes, and then you're good. You got that section. I'm telling you, most jobs will not ask you if you're on the football team. They don't care. No one cares in the real world. You can flash that around. This should apply to girls too. Don't go with the guy just because he's on the football team. Alright, like, if you see this guy and he's an asshole and he's waving around his money, he's drinking every other night or something, don't go with the guy. Don't be stupid. Let's apply logic to things. It ain't Jersey Shore 24/7. This is the real world. You need to get your head out of your ass. Sure, that guy can probably bench press 150, but who gives a shit? He's probably gonna be working at a desk job just like the rest of us. And I remember one day I saw this picture where it was like, be nice to the nerds because someday you're probably gonna be working for one. And that's probably true. That is probably true. I don't think Bill Gates was on the football team. I would need to look into that. I don't think he was. Absolutely nothing went on this episode. I just ranted the whole time. I love these rants. Now I'm gonna have to do another one after. This next episode, no, this is gonna be the longest one. I'm gonna make this one really long so it's filled with a bunch of Pokemon content just to make up for me ranting the whole time. It's gonna be like a marathon episode. Just because I want to finish my ranting. Oh, what do you want? How's your Pokedex coming along? I'm somewhere between fantastic and hopeless, but this isn't about me. I've got something nice for you. Choose which hand. I don't think it matters. Yeah, you always get the versus Seeker no matter what. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're on the football team or not. The way I think now is I think about what I'm doing now and how it can affect me in the future. I'm not once smoked, I'm not once drank. And somebody can say, you're not living the life. Someone can say, YOLO. But no. No, I'm not going to YOLO. I'm going to be smart. I'm not going to drink and get wasted. And then be like, what was that? And then maybe get arrested. I don't know. If you're getting arrested before the age of 18, good luck to you. Good luck. Because that is going to stick with you for the rest of your life. That is a criminal record right there. Even if it was just like a tiny thing, like, I don't know, loitering, I don't know. Maybe it's just something like that. It's gonna stick with you for the rest of your life. You know, actually, they say that most people that receive some sort of that have some sort of jail time before the age of 18, usually can't apply for like police force jobs or public force jobs like firemen or doctors or something. Just, I don't know why. I saw a statistic somewhere. I don't know if it was a reliable source or not, but it was like, it makes sense. Like, you're not gonna hire someone as a cop, someone who has like a criminal record and was in a gang, or else you're just basically handing them a weapon, and they're gonna do something with it, something bad. You wouldn't do that. That's just not right. Just like, I don't know, just like you want to make a drug head a freaking pharmacist. Give him the keys to the store, and the next thing you know, you go to work tomorrow, and all the drugs are gone out of their bottles, and the guy's in the corner dead. Like, you just don't do that. It's just common sense. But hey, if you're on the football team and you're looking for a security job and you haven't been arrested yet, which I highly doubt because most of you football people actually do get arrested or do some form of drug or alcohol. That's because you're probably popular or something. Maybe you will get a job in security because that would be a good place for you. if you were on the football team, would most likely be, you know, public forces that would want you, like a fireman or a police officer, or maybe if you're going in the army. If you're going in the army, I appreciate people that go into the army. That's a big thing to do. All right, that is putting your life on the line for the country. If you go in the army, kudos to you. I tell people like not to, but if they want to, like really, really want to, then I'm all for it. I'll be supportive. But if it's just like, if you even have the slightest of urge not to go, don't go. Alright? Just don't. I know plenty of people who, I've actually had an uncle die in the army before. It's just like, if you really want to go, go. If not, no one's forcing you. And there's always schools and classes that will help you out in case you in case you do want to go. Like most schools, public at least, have ROTC programs. Those are nice, and those usually have a bunch of clubs that are like related to sports, or not sports, related to like military-wise, like marksmanship. Or there's a survival club at one of these schools in my district. It's like a survival club. That just sounds cool. Like you go into the class and they give you scenarios like, how are you gonna survive this? Oh, I would love to take that class. That just seems like a lot of fun. Yeah, there's like, you don't have someone damper on your dreams, but instead, if they do, try to apply logic to it, because some people just straight up don't think nowadays. They just don't. You watch Jersey Shore, oh, maybe this is how life is. Look at him, he's partying and getting drunk. Well, last time I checked, or at least the last episode of Jersey Shore I watched, which was 1, they were trying to get a job at an ice cream parlor, and they couldn't even do it. They couldn't even serve ice cream. And you expect them to be able to do that drinking thing on a daily basis without any outside help. That is terrible for you to have to think. Just awful. It is my longest episode just because of these rants. But hopefully this episode should be the most informational out of every episode I ever do. Just because it's just the way the world thinks now. And the way, well, let me take that back. The way young people think now, and the way young people are going to think in the future, is kind of scary to think. Because we grew up in a time where not only were we surrounded by technology, but technology controlled us. What the hell is that thing over there? That is not supposed to happen right there. That little line thing stretching across. Can I walk on that? No, I can't walk on that, can I? Ridiculous if I can. But, case point, the way the young population, we're talking 12 to, let's say 17, 18, 19. Okay, 12 to 19. That age group has been tarnished by the media we know as today. We have had just such bad influence with our music, our TV shows, the way we act around one another. It's horrible. It's just a terrible way to see things. But I see it like, I see the truth. I see the world as a different thing than others do. Like, I see I get into class, I see this guy freaking pick on another girl just because she looks pretty. Alright? Okay, so let's just start poking sticks at her. You, my friend, are an asshole in my book. Now that girl may like you because you do that, but really she shouldn't. But that's another thing in the media, you know. It's just this happens, so We laugh to pain nowadays. I laugh sometimes when someone gets hurt, but it's only like a close friend. But it's just, and then they pick out like literally like just the other day they were throwing frickin' in one of my classes. Some guy just picked up some girl's pencil case and just started throwing it across the room with his buddy. Like, seriously? And she was trying to get it back, and she's getting mad at him and shit, and you didn't just give it back? Just give it back, damn it! It's not that big of a deal. If you're gonna impress her in any way, it's not the way to do it. No girl wants some guy stealing her stuff and throwing it across the room. No, some girl wants the guy that's picking up the pencil case, not throwing it all the way across the room. Alright, you can shut the fuck up now, because no one cares. Alright? You're gonna be a little bitch about it. I'm picturing it as if he's some snarty ass fucking kid is like saying, "Oh well, I got this," and no, you could probably claim you've had many girlfriends, but you know, we'll see where that goes after high school, mister. I'm on the football team but fail on most of my classes. Good luck. Good luck. No, I can't stand for every kid, but I can stand for most of them. That most of the people in classes. Now, what the hell? Binary. Anyway, I was reading that. Yeah, just. I think I've said this already, but I'm gonna repeat it again because it's a different topic. The biggest, if you want a girl, the best thing you can do is not be an ass. If she likes you being an ass, that's not good. It's definitely not the way things should go between you two. And if you think it should be like that, and you make it seem like that, you are a horrible person. Because a relationship should be built upon, you know, nice, kind, talking, knowing the other person. Not falling in love with the guy because he's on the football team, and he can bench press 150, and he's throwing your stuff across the room. No. That is dumb. And if for some stupid reason you like the guy, it's because of looks. He screams in your face. There's this one kid, thinks he's all high and mighty, and there was one point in my gym class where he went up behind a girl, and that girl apparently liked him, and he screamed in her face, and she literally like put her hands up over her face and like, I don't know, like protected herself, I guess, as he screamed in her face. And apparently he walked away laughing. I just had like this drowning look on my face because I saw this girl just get screamed at, like, right in her face, like no privacy whatsoever. Like if he wanted to, he could just punch her right in the face. He was so close. He probably could have just like licked her if he wanted to. His face was so close to her ear or something. And it was loud too, and it was in a gym, and everyone was around, and he was just running around being crazy. No. So yeah, there's a difference between the guys like me and the guys like the ones that want to scream in your ear, bench press 150, fail most of their classes, if not try to do good, and then laugh when they fail on tests and whatnot. Will yell around and scream, drink on Friday nights, and somehow try to impress you by screaming in your face, yet they don't have a care for you. No one will ever have a care. You know what they have a care for? It's what's in your pants and under your shirt. That's what they have a care for. I don't care about that. And then when people tell me, do you like anyone at our school? No, because I don't know anyone at my school. I don't. I really don't know anyone. I don't really have anyone to know. And the people that I do know, I don't have like that sort of, like, I guess you could say love for them. I just don't feel it. I feel as though every single one I know, every single person I know, except for maybe my closest friends, have been tarnished by this that we call, this love we call nowadays. It's not love, alright? This is not love. Anyway, that's enough of my rant. This has been going on for 35 minutes. I may continue this some other time, but this is usually what happens at like 12 o'clock at night. I usually just rant. It's when I get sleepy that I just rant. I just try to keep myself awake by talking as much as I can. Maybe I should do more of these commentaries at night. Seems when I talk the most. I think I've been talking non-stop this whole episode, unless when I was trying to think. And I just realized we reached the Hearthrone City. And, oh my god, I just realized that. Huh. That is awesome. Case point, don't go out with that guy. And I'm not saying go out with a guy like me. I say go out with the guy that you feel would be there, will be there for you, for as who you are, and not, you know, your chest or your private. No one, I swear a lot on this, but I'm not gonna go that far. I swear a lot in my commentary that I give you a fact. I say fucking shit all the time. I don't give a crap, but I'm not gonna go there. All right. Penis might fly out a few times here and there, but that's just because it's a funny medical term. It's a funny medical terminology that you can just scream out in case something goes wrong. But yeah, I'm not gonna go that far. I'm gonna try to keep this as like civilized as possible. I don't think I swore once this episode, other than those two right there, and then me saying the medical ding dong word. But yeah, if you're still watching, 36 minutes in, yeah, that was a nice episode. And we're in Hearthrone City. If you actually are still watching, that means you were probably listening to what I have to think about life. And it's different. Alright, I will tell you that. This is why I say the media has really screwed up our kids. They've screwed us up. And I'm probably one of the few that has been the least tarnished from it. And most of the nerdy sort of, we don't. If you're a popular girl, or you're a popular guy, and you're one of those people that go to parties every weekend or something, and drink or get high, that is not the thing you should be doing. Let me tell you that right now. If it's with like 30 other people, then it's not what you should be doing. Now, I'm not saying you should do it with like 2 people, and I'm not saying you should do it with like 9 people. I'm just saying you are one of the people that probably walk around the school and scream and pick on other kids and spread words about other kids, and no one will care. I don't care. That light just went off in that house. But yeah, I don't care. As long as I don't get punched in the face, I really don't care. Because your word, what you say now, will not affect me in 3 years. When I really care about what I'm doing. In 3 years, when I've got a job, or if I'm still doing this YouTube thing, if it kicks off, I'm going to be doing this as long as I want. Or I could have a job or something. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, in 3 years, it's not going to matter. Alright? It's just not. I don't want you to say shit. I can say shit back. Or I have a good word. My vocabulary is probably one of the keenest in the class. It's just I don't throw the words around as often because I just don't feel like having to throw the words around like a tornado throwing around debris. I don't care. That's it. I'm gonna end the video at exactly 40 minutes, so I'm gonna fill this last minute up with something. Yeah, we're in Hearthrone City. This episode, I'm glad I turned it into like a ranting episode because we did absolutely nothing. I think we gained, what, 2 levels, and Keeper's now 16? We did nothing. And we got to Hearthrone, so we passed, what, Coronet and Root. We saw Cyrus in the cave, but that wasn't anything big. And then Dawn gave us a Versus Seeker, so nothing special. Oh, we saw the Shrumpet, and I completely killed it. Whoops. Oh, we can get a new Pokemon now, too, if we wanted to. But we'll do that on next episode. Next episode, we're gonna do the Pokemon contest. We're gonna get, We're gonna get that girl back to her gym, and then we're going to go to the route to the left of here. Try to find a Pokemon. Maybe train a few people before we go and take on the gym. And that ends it. Alright, that is all.